Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel for a review of Hallmark's A Timeless Christmas. If you think it's affiliated with the TV show Timeless that ran for a couple of years, it's not. And I was wondering when it started, is it going to be related to that? Because that show's had a couple of revivals. It's not. So, this is the story of a fellow who time travels. Not on his own volition, he lands up doing it. If you enjoyed the movie, the one with Malcolm McDowell, The Time Machine, Time After Time. Time After Time, with Malcolm McDowell and a young Mary Steenburgen, then you will like this. It has many elements of that, probably more than any other movie, minus the sinister criminal that's in Time After Time, just so you don't think that's in this movie. The surprising thing about this movie is the quality of the story. This one's not cheesy at all. And if they'd had a little bit more budget, it would make a very fine theatrical movie. They'd have to change a few things to get away from some of the romantic elements. Because they play it on, well, it's a Hallmark movie. They do play that on a little thick. Where in a theatrical movie, again, comparing it to Time After Time, you'd probably need the supervillain. But anyways, it's really good, and the ending was surprising. And you're not supposed to be surprised in a Hallmark Christmas movie. That's not what they're for. But it's actually very surprising. Now, that doesn't mean some people won't figure it out. There's definitely enough clues dropped along the way, like there are in all Hallmark movies. But it was still kind of like, wow, okay, cool, nice to see you branching out and taking some different directions. Now, the reason I chose this scene here to be my still frame to chat on is he gives a speech here. Now, I'm aware that in real life the writers write the speech, not the characters. But the speech is really good. It's worth listening to. It's worth remembering. He gives some very good advice. I won't spoil it for you. I'm just letting you know. Now, as far as the house band behind him goes, they're annoying. Because that lady holding the guitar has no clue how to play a guitar. It's just like, what are you doing? And the other people... yeah, you don't ever actually hear them make a sound in real life. You just see... yeah, it's just... anyways, is this worth a watch? Watch. I did not mean that on purpose. Sorry, pun not intended in that case. Yes, it's very delightful. The charm, the charisma, the energy between the leads, it's very fun. It's quite acceptable. Now, the lead fellow, for those of you who are sci-fi fans that go way back, used to be a TV show on in the early 80s. I think it only ran 1 year, maybe 2. It was called Voyagers. And the lead actor on that show, his character's name was Bog. Phineas Bog. And the lead in this really, really reminds me so much of Bog. I kept waiting for that deep, deep baritone voice to come barreling out of him. And it doesn't. I mean, this fellow has a low voice, but it's nothing compared to Phineas Boggs. And the actor who played him had a very unfortunate happening at on the set, where he had there was a gun laying around for one of the scenes, and it had blanks in it. And this poor fellow didn't understand how blanks work, and that was the end of the blank, and that was the end of him. And it was surprising to everybody, probably most of all him in his last few split seconds. Anyways, back to this movie. It's a Christmas movie. It's Hallmark. It's very enjoyable. Again, to wrap it up with a bow, if you like Time After Time with Malcolm McDowell and Mary Steenburgen, this is your movie. If you liked Voyagers with Phineas Bogg, you might like this one too. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the future.